Awesome. All right. Well, welcome everyone. Excited to have you guys on tonight. I want to do the gallery view so I can see everybody. All right. So it is, can you believe it? April 15th, 2018. How crazy is that we are already this far along in the month, but really excited for what is going on and what we are accomplishing. Amy, you're so sweet. Amy said my hair looks amazing. I love Amy. I got my hair cut and I was talking to a couple of y'all about it. The girl cut it a little short, but I think it's going to work out. So anyways, but thank you for that. Okay, so one thing that I want to show you guys, because it is mid-month and, like I kind of committed to a couple months ago, was sharing with you all just where we're at as far as numbers and all of that. And so yeah, I think I need to update it here just a little bit. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So I think it's important for you guys, not only in your own businesses, to kind of know obviously where you're at, but also where we are as a team. So I wanted to show you guys this. So this is the thermostats. So as a team, we're almost to 30,000 for the month, which is great because I really believe that we have the capacity, we have the team to be able to hit 100,000 this month. That will definitely be growth and increase for us, but all that means is that your all's businesses are growing and increasing, which is why you're on the call tonight, right? Because you want to be growing and increasing. Sponsoring is looking pretty decent. We are about 35 people as far as new PCs, which is great. But I am going to just have kind of a moment of transparency and honesty. We only have had 3 new consultants team-wide this month. Okay, so that is not enough. And I'm going to be really honest. I have not yet sponsored a direct consultant myself this month. And, it would be easy to say, I just promoted a gal last month. I've got 3 new gals all in Peoria, Illinois. They're all working to, qualify or complete district manager this month. So I could use that kind of as a reason to not maybe go sponsor somebody new, but that is not how we do things, right? We're always sponsoring, helping people qualify, and then promoting people, right? So that is just a place that I really want us to be much more intentional about as we move towards this back half of the month. Okay, who is in your funnel? Who needs to be in your funnel? Who needs to be followed up on? How are the overviews coming? All of those things that really needs to get your attention so that we are doing the right things. Because like the call with Catherine Lutz said that I really recommended that you guys listen to, sponsoring is what is going to move your business from just kind of growing and then receding and growing and receding and growing and receding. Sponsoring business partners, consultants, is what will grow your business exponentially. And growing your business exponentially is what moves your business to those management levels, right? You're not just wanting to add to and take away, you're wanting to multiply and see that increase. So that's really what I want to encourage you guys to be focusing on, is after tonight's call, as you're, going to bed, just thinking about, okay, who do I need to talk to about this business? Who am I not talking to? Who, out of fear, out of being, I've decided for them, because I don't think that they'll say yes to me, whatever those reasons are, who maybe haven't you revisited? Many times people need multiple exposures. And so if you maybe were chatting with somebody this fall or the beginning of this year and you're like, hey, are you ready? Are you ready? And they're not ready, it's probably just time to go back and revisit them and say, is now a time for you? Because what you can say is, I'm looking to really partner with 2 to 3 key people right now because I want to help teach and train them to do what I'm doing, because I'm growing my business and I'm excited for it. And I really, would love for you to be one of those people. So I want you guys to know that, especially as we go into this week with GTC, sales are going to increase. Absolutely. We're going to talk about some strategies of how our sales are going to increase really exponentially from now till next Sunday. But I don't want us to forget that sponsoring consultants is so vital to next month's business and to your June business. Because if you end this month with big sales and no sponsoring, you're going to find yourself kind of having to, feeling like, ugh, I don't know how I'm going to do that again next month, right? So that's where you want that multiplication factor. So I'm going to ask you guys to really be intentional about having the business conversations, about sharing the business, about getting people exposed. All of these people, like I said, that are in the 10-day detox, they all need a 20-minute overview. Because if you just let them go through the 10 days of detox and they don't, Tara covered this so well on the call last week, if they don't get the full story, they don't know what Arbonne can offer them. I just did a call with Christy on the team in Illinois, and we had a chat with her friend in Michigan. And, the friend was like, oh my gosh, this all sounds awesome. It's just not really in our budget for me to buy these products. And I said, girl, I'm like, that's exactly where I was when I heard about this business. If somebody would have said to me, Missy, Arbonne has these awesome products, I'd love to share them with you, I would have listened to them. And then I would have said, thank you, but I can't afford them. They're not in my budget. But because I was given the whole story and I saw that this was not only a way I could get great products, but I could earn income, that's what I said yes to. So we need to be telling people, you guys, we are living in a time where people need those options. Okay. So really want to focus in on that. The team goal is 25 new consultants. We have 3 so far. That means we got to go find 22 more people that want to say yes to this business. And you know what? They're out there. They are so out there, and they are out there for every single one of you. Every single one of you can sponsor 1 to 3 direct business partners this month. You all, don't overthink this. They're paying $79 to get a business account. What they do with it from that point on is their decision. What they do with it now or what they do with it in 6 years is their decision. But our job is to share it and to lead them to answering the question, what would keep me from saying yes? And if nothing's keeping them from saying yes, get them signed up, okay? And get them excited and sharing. So, okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take a few minutes and I want to hear from you guys. So if you don't have a lot of background noise or you're in a place where you can share, I'd love for you to share. I would love to kind of hear what's going well. This is just kind of like a mid-month check-in. This is our mid-month huddle. So what's going well for you? What's working? Something that you're just like, gosh, I want to share this. This has gone well. Or what's not going well? If there's a place of struggle, if they're, and this isn't going to be where you're going to get to ramble on for 10 minutes about why your business is on the struggle bus. But I do want people to get questions answered. If you feel like, gosh, I'm reaching out to people, I'm not getting responses. I'm not getting the responses I want, or I've done a lot of overviews, but I haven't led them to a conclusion. I want to be able to help you all troubleshoot that. So unmute whoever wants to go first and share either what's going well or if there's an opportunity and you're kind of struggling, and we can chat through that.
I'll start.
Great.
What is, you wanted what's not going well and what's going well. Do you want both?
You can, if you have both, or if you just have one. It's just more of
always both.
Always a place to share.
Okay, so what needs improvement is scheduling more one-on-ones for my own personal business. So doing a great job of partnering with ladies on the team, but just need to fill my own calendar. And so yesterday I actually sat down and made a list of people who I have previously chatted with, but haven't done a great job of following up with, or had started the conversation but didn't really finish it. But what is going well is getting my calendar full for when we return from GTC. So have already booked, I added 2 parties this weekend for that last week. And I basically there's 6 days. I said I will fill it with 6 to 8 parties. So I've had 2 yeses for that so far.
Great. That's awesome. As far as, because I'm sure other people are in the same category, as far as kind of booking your calendar with the overviews, is there something that you feel like is keeping you from doing that? Is it belief? Is it priority? Is it just making the time?
It's just making the time. It's just feeling like I'll do it when I get all the rest of the things done, instead of doing it first. So that was, I set my alarm extra early yesterday morning just to have some quiet time before the day started. And so that was super helpful. And then as I was doing my appointments yesterday, like I just had the cards and like that I had the names, I had them with me, and I just started sending out messages. So it's more a preparedness, like just taking the time to get prepared so that when there is free time, then action can be taken instead of when there's time, then you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many. I just feel like I have so many names. It's overwhelming. I don't even know where to start. Do you start with people you've never asked? Do you start with the people you asked 6 months ago? So just that.
Good. That's awesome. Thank you. All right.
Yep.
Who else wants to share?
I'll go.
Great.
I don't know. So a couple things that are just little, just organizational things. I am so behind in some of our posts. So I feel like I'm not taking the time to, like I started listening to the Catherine Letts post and didn't finish it. And I'm like, oh, it was really good. I got to get back to that. So making sure I'm catching those because sometimes it's something that I needed to hear, and following out. Same thing with people that I've reached out to and just I let too many days go in between before following up, or if they've responded to a text or a post on Facebook, like, hey, I'm interested. I had several people and then they kind of just like disappeared. I responded back, sent them a few things, and then it's like crickets. Mm-hmm. So I have to go back to them and not forget about them. So that's something I need to both work on. In terms of things going well, I would say I am so much more keen on catching opportunities to not bring up Arbonne, but at least connect with people, total random, bringing up the conversation. I'm much better. I don't get that nervousness anymore. It's just asking those questions and learning more about those people. And then to saying, hey, do you want to connect on Facebook? And I find it's been much easier than, oh, I got to figure out a way to bring up Arbonne. I've learned that doesn't work, but really just building those relationships with total random strangers and feeling comfortable with it. Like just seeking out, listening for what they say that they need, that I know that Arbonne can bring to them. Like as I said, the gal that bought a bedroom set, we started chatting and she's in school to do eyelash extensions and makeup. And I was like, oh, I need someone like that on my team. And it just brought up a normal conversation. And not that I was going to ask her about the business at that point, but I just thought she'd be a great person to have in on our network. So just, there's always those conversations that pop up that I just used to shy away from, but now I'm just more apt, like, hey, I do this thing. It totally may not be for you, but hey, can I send you a video? Or, would you be willing to do a call? And it's the more I practice, even if nothing becomes of it, it just gives me more practice. Okay. So I think that's getting better.
Awesome. That is awesome. And that's a part that comes part from skill. So for new people, you're like, well, how do I get to that? What Lori's sharing. Part of that's going to come from skill. Part of it's going to come from belief. Because what I have seen is in new people that know very little and have very little skill, they can be really influential and they can connect up those dots for people because they're excited. And so that's where sometimes we'll hear ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You want to grow the knowledge and the skill so that, 5 years into the business, you're still just excited and you don't know anything. But that is, a way that Lori has honed that skill of just listening and putting yourself out there and seeking, to be someone that adds value to people. And when you do that, Arbonne naturally gets connected to people. That's what I love about this.
Was it Lisa Voorhees that talked about doing it regularly? Because even if you kind of set it down or don't have purpose in those, intentional conversations, that even you'll just get rusty. Someone I remember listening to, they said even as a national vice president, if they don't maybe it was Catherine, because didn't you say she drives somewhere kind of far away from home, and then she prospects all day? It's constantly, because you get rusty. I even noticed, like, if I go a week or something without really purposely doing a 20-minute overview, I get a little clunkier. And so it's like the more I get in a rhythm, it just comes up and I can do it naturally versus following the script a little bit more scripted.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Catherine, she lives in like Austin, Texas, but she drives somewhere about an hour to see like a naturopathic guy. And anyways, when she has that appointment, she just plans to spend the day prospecting, and she goes to stores and she has lunch, and she's very intentional about building relationship with people, which I think is so great. Awesome. Who else wants to share? Something's going good, something that you're struggling with.
So I can share.
Okay.
So I think everything's going okay. What I have found is I just need to be more consistent when I am working my business, whether it's asking for overviews or asking for events, or just what Lori said, just chatting with people and getting to know them. Because when I do put the time in, then I do find that that there is a good outcome. And other times just things kind of get in the way. It's not like I'm just sitting and watching TV, but I think I just need to say no to maybe more things. Through BSF or church, or just even things with my family or friends sometimes, just to prioritize my business. So I think if I can be consistent more, that I would see a lot more. And I know you say, consistency is key. And so, I mean, I think that's obvious, but I think I'm just starting to see it more that like, oh, when I do work, there is some good outcome.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And I think, Megan, one of the things that's going to help consistency for everyone is the fact that we can see our commission from the effort that we put in that week. Now, there will be weeks where you're like, oh my gosh, I put in a lot of effort, but you didn't actually close the deals because, sometimes it takes a little bit of dripping on people to close the deals or have them sign up or things like that. But I do think that weekly kind of check-in is going to be helpful for us in creating that consistency and knowing that on Tuesday, you're going to see, did you add $15 to your business or did you add $150 to your business,
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's great. I heard years and years ago, because I think they got paid weekly eons ago. Cecilia Stoll said that because the 2,500, like personal business every month has always been the same. And she just said every Friday, I think they had to have their orders in by Friday. And she just said, if I wasn't at 6:50 and I got invited out to dinner with my friends or my family had something going on, she's like, I was like in my office making my calls and doing my follow-up till I got to the 6:50. Cause she said, if you just push it off to the next week and the next week, then pretty soon you're like, how am I going to get 2,500 in sales in 6 days? Is much more difficult than just doing that little bit more. And so I think that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Megan. Everyone can up the consistency game. So never feel like you're alone in that. I think we all can for sure. So Edie, I think you were going to share, but you were muted when you started talking. So
yeah.
Now you're off.
Is it working?
It's
okay.
working.
I think it was my speaker again. My speaker's been crazy. So I got my earbuds.
Yeah.
So my good thing is that I've gotten a lot better at just being confident when I'm talking to people, just especially with the business. I was already pretty confident talking about the products because of my experience with them, but I've just had the opportunity to meet some new people, and I was nervous to talk about it, but I sounded confident. Like I felt confident about what I was sharing, and I just sounded different than I had before. So I was really excited about that. And then a thing I need to work on is prioritizing better. Really everything in my life, but definitely the business. So I'm working on that, and I don't know. I guess I'm just struggling with priorities right now. So. Anyways, that's my bad thing.
Well, and that can happen. You're in a new season. You just moved into a new place. You're kind of adjusting to new life because you all came out of school and stuff. And so that is normal as far as seasons of life. It's whether it's whatever. But I will tell you, kind of connecting these to what Megan was saying, the consistency, and it's learning to be consistent regardless of the season. Because what a normal person does is a normal person is consistent per the season. Like there's nothing really going on, so I can be consistent. What achievers do is they're consistent despite the season. So achievers are consistent in their 30 days to healthy living commitment, whether it's Thanksgiving or whether it's the middle of March and nothing's going on, because my mom, me and Tara share a mom, obviously. So mine and Tara's moms. I don't know how you say that correctly in English, whatever. My mom, who is also Tara's mom. Anyways, they were here over Easter, and we're having Easter, and there's all the treats and things like that. And someone was like, "Oh, you want the pie or something?" I was like, "No, I'm like, I want 30 days." And my sister-in-law, one of them was like, "Weren't you just on 30 days?" And I was like, "Well, I was on 30 days over Thanksgiving." And then the conversation came up about like, why would you do it over a holiday? And I'm like, because there's never a good time to do 30 days. Like, there's never a good time to give up sugar, because if it's not Easter, it's going to be Derby, and then it's going to be spring break, and then it's going to be 4th of July. And so it's an interesting comparison, because we want to teach people how to live the 30 days lifestyle regardless of their situations. And what we as business owners want to learn ourselves and then teach other people is how to run a business that gets in front of 30 people regardless of this season. So that whether it is December, whether it is May and graduation, because here in Kentucky right now, everyone that's normal or what I'm going to say is average is going to be very distracted and detoured by Derby and festivals and all the hoopla of all that, crazy busy, and they're going to forego the commitments that they've made to their business. But achievers recognize, yep, there's going to be new distractions, but I'm going to learn to stay consistent regardless of the season I'm in, because if we live according to the season, we'll always stay average. And so that is so great, Edie, that you're just recognizing that. And, again, like I was saying to Megan, we can all grow in this area of consistency, because you can have seasons of like job gets really busy, or school gets really busy, or it's graduation, or you're having a baby, or you just had a baby, or you're moving, or you have new stuff with your work, or husband gets a new job, or what, it doesn't matter. Family vacation comes up, or parents' 50th wedding anniversary, anything can cause distraction. But it's achievers realize that, and then they work in spite of it. And it's even with GTC, like average people are going to put their business on the shelf for the next week and just go enjoy GTC. Achievers are going to be working this week while they're still at GTC. And that's that difference. So that's awesome. All right, we have time for one more. Does anybody else want to share what's going on? Good, bad, need help? Nope. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm in a transition. Well, here's what I want to ask. Okay, so obviously as a whole team, we need to up our 20-minute overview game. Is that accurate? Like everyone's like, yep, needs a little bit more prioritizing, at least sharing the business, whatever that's 20 minutes or what. So here's a thought that I had, and you guys can think on it. You can put it in the comments if you're like, love it or hate it. But what I'm thinking is between now and the end of the month, splitting whoever wants to participate into 2 teams and kind of doing like a competition between team A and team B of doing the overviews. So team A, and I'll know how to split you all so it's even. But team A, you'll compete against team B, or team white and team green, whatever. And whoever does the most overviews the team will get a gift. So why I think sometimes the team aspect can work better is that you'll keep working for the good of the team, versus if you're just yourself and you're like, oh, I'm struggling, I can't do this, I'm not going to win the gift, so I'm going to give up. Where if you're part of a team, more than likely you'll kind of keep trudging through it, because you don't want to disappoint your teammates and you don't want to be like the one pulling them down. Does that make sense? So if you guys like that idea, you can comment in the box like love it, or if you're like I hate it, I don't like competitive things, leave me alone, I just want to share the business as I want to share it, you can let me know. But because I really do, it's not that I just want to incentivize you guys just for the fact of incentivizing. I do want to incentivize you to help create this habit, to hone the skill of the consistency, of the priority, of the, like, we should be that. I want that to become a very natural knack for you in your business. Okay. So, Amy, you're hilarious. Edie was like, let's do it. Amy's sending me private messages of whose team she wants to be on. She's so cute. Okay, so, all right, so now we're going to segue into two more things. We're going to talk about how we're going to handle this week with GTC. I have a good plan in place. This is probably the best plan I've ever put in place for my team, and so I'm pumped about it. Second thing, we're going to talk about one other thing, and then for those of you that are going to GTC, I'm going to ask you to stay on the call. We're going to cover some, like, the agenda, just some thoughts. If you aren't going to GTC, but you're like, but I just want to hear it anyways, because makes me feel like I'm a part of it, you're welcome to stay on. I'm not going to like kick anybody off if you're like, no, I'm not going to GTC. You're out. Okay, so here's how we're going to handle new products. So every GTC opening night, Thursday night, new products are going to launch. I think there are 11 new products that are coming out. I don't know. I can tell you all in total honesty, at this point, I do not know anything about the new products. But I always know Arbonne does a good job, and they always have great products coming out. So they're going to be probably coming out sometime around 7, 8 o'clock Vegas time. That's like 10 Central time, 11 Eastern time, kind of late. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a group together tonight. It'll be a Facebook group, and this is going to be the VIP brand new GTC exclusive products, okay? If you already have a Facebook group for your preferred clients, you are welcome to pull the posts that I'm going to post and drop them into your group. Or you can just say, hey, this is going to be very limited. It's going to run from like now till probably next Sunday. If you want to get in, because I'm going to offer some different probably giveaways, like if people order, some different things like that to really get people excited about purchasing the new products. Okay. So it's going to be a private group. I believe that we could have 100, 200 people in this group. Why I want to do that as a team is so that, as a newer consultant or maybe a new district manager, you're not like, oh, it's another group I've got to like manage and post and things like that. I'm going to take the responsibility and be posting those things. I will tell you all that I am literally gleaning all of this from like 2 MVPs that I love and adore, and they have a big plan in place. And I just reached out and said, can I take your stuff and share it with my team? And they said, yes, absolutely. So it's going to be a private Facebook group. So you want to start reaching out to your preferred clients tonight, tomorrow, and saying, hey, we've got a private Facebook group. Arbonne's launching, 10 to 15 new products. You're going to have exclusive access to it. You're going to get firsthand sneak peek. We're going to do some drawings, some giveaways. We're going to get you the best deal possible. Do you want to be in on it? If they say yes, you say, awesome. Do you have any friends, family members, moms, aunts, dads that want to be added to it? Okay. We want to get a lot of people in these groups. I'm going to have these posts that I'm going to, like I said, glean from another MVP, and we're going to be putting these posts in. They're going to have a fact and a feature of the product. Okay. I'm going to really ask you guys to think about your social media presence when we're in the arena, when we're there. So it's never a great idea to take like a picture of the Jumbotron and then like repost it with all these like scientific facts about the products. That's not what people are looking for. They're not well done pictures. So we're going to wait a little bit. We won't have to wait because I'm going to get the pictures from these MVPs as they're posting in their groups, but we're going to just make it look really good. We're going to make it look really professional. And so you're going to be able to share that. Again, you can share this as well on your personal like wall, but again, it's keeping it more, instead of just like blasting it like to everyone in Facebook land who maybe doesn't care about Arbonne or your Arbonne business, making sure that you're target marketing your right people. And those are the people that are going to be in your VIP Facebook group. Okay. So you will need to take a little bit of time today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and make sure you get as many people into this group as you can. Okay. The I Want It Alls, if you haven't yet seen this, I'm going to post it. The I Want It Alls is the total bundle package of all the new products. It's 500 QV. I think it's over like $600 of product. something like that. And we're going to get to purchase it at the consultant price for $320 for those of us that are attending GTC. For those of you that are not attending GTC, you'll get to purchase it at $327. Okay, those of you at GTC, you will get free shipping. Those of you that are not at GTC, but I believe are registered virtually, and we'll get the details on this, or if you purchase 2 of them, I think you'll get free shipping on that. So for the PCs, what I'm going to recommend is we be pumping this out to all of our just great, like consultants that have consultant accounts, but they're not working the business. They need to be in this VIP group, okay? All of your PCs, all of the PCs under these consultants that aren't working the business, we really want to get them in here, and we want to be selling the I want it alls to them, okay? There is no PC pricing on this bundle of product. Don't assume, don't decide that a PC wouldn't spend $320 to get all this product. A lot of them would. So every time you sell one of those, you're adding 500 QV to your business, and you're also getting them the brand new products that they can be then sharing and telling their market about, okay? So, excuse me, that special pricing is going to end Sunday, next Sunday afternoon, okay? So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take some time Friday, whether you're home or in Vegas, and be entering orders. You're going to need to take some time on Saturday after training, before the white party, or Saturday night, and then Sunday morning entering your orders, okay? Because that price is only good. That's why I'm saying achievers are going to go to GTC and work. Average consultants are going to go to GTC and like, have a good time. Okay, so you're going to have a good time, but you're also going to put some work in, because it's going to yield you a return and a better paycheck and a promotion and a qualification in the business, right? So you want to be, just thinking through how you're going to be getting these people into this group, who you're going to be kind of like salting their oats, wetting their palates, getting them excited. You all have some PCs that love Arbonne product. You have consultants that aren't doing the business, but they love Arbonne product. Get them excited for what's coming down the pike. Follow up with them now. A recommendation, I shared it, I think, on one of the posts earlier, but what I'm offering anybody that's like, kind of a not active consultant or a PC is if they place an order with me by Wednesday night at midnight, they can go online and place it. They can place it through me, whatever. They're going to be entered into a drawing that I'm doing. This isn't team-wide, so you can do this for your own business, invest back into your business. But they're going to get into a drawing for a new product. Again, I don't know what the new products are, but surely there's something that everyone could get excited about, or they can pick a free product. But why I want them to do that is I want them to be ordering between now and Wednesday. New products come out Thursday. I want them to order with Thursday to Sunday, right? You don't want to just wait on all your orders and be like, oh, we're not doing anything for the next 4 days because we're just waiting for new products to come out. You want to be utilizing all your PCs that have renewals, all of them that have the free gift with the 150 order. Go ahead and take advantage of that between now and Wednesday, and then they'll be ready to reorder Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? Giving them the idea they could go in on the I Want It All with a friend or a sister, or another Arbonne addict kind of a thing. The last thing that I will say is that I have heard, again, I don't know anything about these new products that are coming out, but there are 2 products that they anticipate selling out, okay? And so the recommendation that I have heard from a few of the MVPs that I really just love their strategy and what they're doing with this is they have recommended to their teams to kind of be prepared to stock up on those couple items, not to have an inventory, but so that, the week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks following GTC, when their PCs are like, oh, I wanted that and now it's sold out and I can't get it, you can just sell it to them for cash. Okay, or they can Venmo you the money. So you might want to think about that if you have that in your budget, or if you want to make that business strategy, to think about, oh my gosh, that's going to sell out. So you get 1 in your I Want It All, or you'll get 2 if you get 2 I Want It Alls. But then you can just Thursday or Friday before it sells out. And I will tell you all, when the Genius Ultra sold out, that people that ordered in the arena and then people that ordered at where we walk to the little tent and order. People that ordered online in the arena, and then the time it took people maybe in 45 minutes, an hour to order at the tent, it was like 3 months difference on shipping. And I know, hopefully Arbonne kind of learned their lesson on some of that forecasting of inventory, but you don't want to wait. I don't want you to be frenetic. I don't want you to be, panicked about this, but I do want us to be prepared. I also want you to realize, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about like social media presence, Facebook, all these things, you're going to see people slapping all kinds of ridiculousness about the new products on Facebook. Okay. Don't freak out. Don't panic. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, I got to like post all this stuff because that's the only way I'm going to sell the product. You are not. You have a social media presence that you want to carry. It's your brand. Stay professional. You're not needy of people. You're not desperate of people. People will get frenetic in these situations, and you don't need to be. Your clients love you. They are loyal to you. They're going to buy their Arbonne product from you. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Okay. So dump as many people as you can into the private Facebook group, and then we will be doing some good posts as the new products are rolling out. And those of you who are at home, it's a great way with that group for you guys to kind of be seeing exactly what we're seeing in the arena. The Wi-Fi and the data service in the arena is horrible. So whoever on the team has the best like Wi-Fi connection, I'm going to probably be stealing your phone and hopping on Facebook to make the posts as they're coming down the pike. Okay. So you guys can let me know here in a second if you have questions about that. But the last thing that I want to say before we wrap up, so those of you that don't want to stay on for the GTC talk, you can hop off, is to Tara's point. It was funny because this was definitely one thing I wanted to share, and she highlighted it already, is we need to be booking the 23rd to the 30th as full as possible, okay? As full as possible, with groups, with drop-offs, with come on over, see the new products. We are, or I am looking at doing a new product kind of like event here in Louisville. But guess what, you guys, don't wait on me. You're the business owner. Take responsibility for your business. Megan in Minnesota, Amy in Alabama, Donna in South Carolina, they don't get the perk of waiting around for Missy to plan a new product event. They have to do that themselves. So same thing for you all here in Louisville. Just have that mindset. Tara made a really great image, so you don't have to reinvent that of gather 4 friends, get them together, you'll get entered for a cute pair of Kate Spade earrings, and those Kate Spade earrings are probably $30. So just, you'll get home from GTC, late on the 22nd. I get that. If you're like, I will not be functioning on the 23rd, no problem. But book a party for the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. You could do 2 on the 28th. You could do 2 on Sunday the 29th, and you could do 1 on the 30th. I get it. You might be like, oh my gosh, that's insanely crazy. It is, but it's, again, if you want to promote to the next level, if you want to achieve, qualifying for the next level, you're going to do things that other people are not willing to do. So plan that, but you got to be calling people now and asking them to host, asking them to gather people. After GTC is a great time to go back to people who have been great hosts for you and say, hey, you're an awesome host. You can totally gather people. All I'm going to be bringing is the brand new products. You're still going to have your RE9. You can still have your nutrition, but the draw is the new products. They'll get to see it. And then you can still sample skincare on the back of the hands. You can sample the fizzies and the protein. You can do kind of a nice little overview with that, but just get intentional, get busy, and book the calendar so that at the end of the month, you have the pain of discipline and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted. This was an awesome month and I gave everything that I had, so that you don't have the pain of regret, which is the, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda, darn it, next month I'll do better. Because here's the thing, you guys, I'm going to tell you this in love. You're not going to do better next month, because the habits that you form today are the habits that are going to carry you into next month. Nothing changes because May 1st rolls around. You're not a different person. Your habits aren't any better. Your habits have to start today. Okay. So before everybody hops off, let me check the, okay. So all the brand new products are going to come out GTC night, Thursday night. They will probably be updating the website around, I would say probably 10, 11, maybe later Eastern time, because they let all of us in the arena see it first. And then, but as soon as they launch them, then they get up live on the website. Okay. So define 20-minute overview. Here's another question. 20-minute overview is sharing the Is Arbonne for You document. So that's on a Zoom, that's on a phone call, that's on a coffee appointment, sharing a little bit about the company, a little bit about the products, a little bit about the business. Okay. I really, we need to be intentional about sharing it. And when you're at your parties, you guys do not skip the card about sharing the business. You're just shooting yourself in the foot, and you're making your job so much harder when you skip over that. Because again, all you're doing is adding some sales, adding some PCs, and then some will fall off, and you're not growing exponentially by multiplying yourself out and adding business partners. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about the GTC, like the new product group or I Want It Alls or anything like that? Y'all are so smart. You never have questions. Woohoo! Just kidding. Okay. So that is all for the call for tonight. So thank you so much for hopping on. We're going to transition really quickly into GTC overview. Okay, because GTC is right around the corner and I cannot wait. And all of you that are not going to be there, I mean, I can't even tell. We really are going to be sad. We really are going to miss you. And you just need to plan to be there next year. Okay. So GTC, for those of us that are going, the group that's leaving Tuesday, we are going to be landing sometime 4:30ish. I think we have set up transportation that it's like a people mover. So it's going to take us to the condos. The check-in at the condos in the past has taken a little bit of time. Okay. The first night, we only have one room. So if you didn't get this FYI, the first night is going to be like cozy camp out in our condo because I think we are full to the max. But Casey DeLesio, she has some room in her condo so people can go sleep in a bed for that first night. But Tuesday, just make sure you have some snacks because by the time we leave Louisville to the time we get to the condo, there won't be any food. And if you get hangry, like angry, because you haven't eaten, you need to be an adult and pack some food so that you're not hungry and or angry. And then my plan, Megan's like, I'm loving Missy's pep talk for GTC. So my plan is once we get checked in, there is a restaurant over at the MGM Grand that I love. It's Wolfgang Puck's restaurant. I'm going to call and get a reservation for whatever the group that'll be there that night. If you want to join us, that's awesome. If you don't, you're no problem. You are not obligated to hang out with the group, okay? If you would rather, like, you know, go to the food court and have a sub sandwich, you can totally do that. If you want to pack peanut butter and jelly in your suitcase and just veg out in the condo or make some microwave popcorn, you are free to do that. You are not obligated to come to dinner. It's just a place I really like, and that is probably one of the only times I get to eat there. So I will be at Wolfgang Puck's on Tuesday night for dinner, but it'll be late. It'll probably be like 8. So again, if that's too late for you, make sure you pack a snack so that you can be there. Wednesday, we will get up. There will be a few people that will go get the groceries. If you want to participate in going to get the groceries, you are welcome to do that. Sorry. You will be able to register, I believe, by Wednesday at noon. You can get your bag. I did get some clarification on the bags. They are clear-ish, meaning you will be able to see in them, but they are big enough to put all your stuff in. They're the only bag that will be allowed into the arena for security purposes, but I was told they're still very, very cute. So I know that was a concern, like clear bags could be ugly. But I believe that they are cute. Megan, I do not have an answer as far as like a breast pump or something medically needed. What I'm going to guess they're going to probably recommend that you do is go to one of the family rooms and pump because they'll stream in the training into those family rooms where like moms can nurse their babies or things like that. So I don't know if they'll let you bring that into the arena. But we can check on that when we get there. So Wednesday, there will be early bird training. Depending on when you register, you'll be assigned an early bird training slot, okay? After early bird training on Wednesday. Yes.
All that's Thursday. Early bird training is Thursday.
You're right. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was getting ahead of
We
myself.
can register on Wednesday, but Wednesday is just a free day.
Wednesday's a free day. Wednesday is also a great day if you're there, if you're flying in, to go to the boutique and get like some of your Arbonne goodies, swag, stuff. If you're staying home and you're like, I want a little Arbonne swag, maybe sweet talk one of the consultants that's going and say, hey, sister, I'll send you, Venmo you or PayPal you some money. Will you get me the water bottle or the t-shirt or whatever? And I'm sure somebody can make that happen. Wednesday night is free. You guys can go to do dinner. There's a VP reception after that, sometime probably, I don't know, 8:30ish. We will do a little poolside welcome, kind of a toast with my region, Casey DeLesio's region. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to be joining us, but there could be. So that's really fun. And then after that, you can go to bed. If you're tired, you can go back to the condo, you can go out, whatever. And I'm going to kind of chat on a couple of those things. And then Thursday, again, you can wake up. If you're flying in or you get in late Wednesday night, you can go to register Thursday morning. The early bird training is Thursday. There's 2 slots. Again, depending on when you register, you'll be assigned one of them. Come back to the room after your training. We'll put on the team t-shirts. We're going to have some like kind of heavy apps, food-ish type things, because then we move to some predetermined location to do a big team picture with Deanna and Lisa and their corresponding nations. So just be kind of ready for that. And then Thursday night is launch kickoff. Very fun, very hypey, concerty like. And but you wear like jeans and your shirt that you're gonna get. Okay, and then Friday morning, we wake up, we get ready, we hoof it to training. We do want to be close to being on time, if not ahead of time, because we would like to sit together. Then we'll come back. For those of you that want to, you can go out for lunch if you want, but we'll have food. That's part of the grocery deal, to go back to the condo and have lunch Friday. Then Friday afternoon, we'll go back to session, come back Friday afternoon. This would be a great time to put in some orders that you get from your PCs or your consultants at home. Then we're going to get ready, and it's going to be awards night. I have a reservation for the team at a really nice restaurant called Crush, and it's at 5:30. So we're going to be split up. We have a 4-top, a 4-top, and a 5-top. I don't care where everybody sits. Just, it was easy to break us up that way so that we could get in and not have dinner at 10:30 at night on Grand Awards night. So we'll have a nice fun dinner. It's a good moderate pay, price point. And then we'll go to the arena and watch all the awards. It's very fun. It's very inspiring. And that I think will end by 9:30. And then if you want to go be social after that, or again, go back to the condo, you can do either. Saturday, again, we'll get up for training. Saturday is a tough day to get up for because you're like, ooh, I've just had 2 full days. I'm exhausted. Bring your prep and endure. Bring your hydrate. Bring your recovery, like the after work. I mean, all of it. Bring all of your Arbonne because you will need all of it. Saturday, we'll have training, again, lunch, training again. And then we will get ready. For those of us that are going to the white party, we will head to the white party. For those of you that are not coming to the white party, you guys can make plans and go to dinner or, whatever sounds fun to you all. When we're done with the white party, we will more than likely, we will meet up with you guys for those of you that are out. I like to hang out on Saturday night because we're done. So that's a fun night to hang out and do things. Sunday is just a pool day. You're chilling, you're getting your stuff packed up. We check out of the condo, I think by 10, 11, and they let us store all of our luggage, 10. They let us store all of our luggage down in like the lobby area. So just kind of know that you can access it, but it's ideal to just put on your swimsuit for the day, plan to be at the pool. And then what we do is before the shuttle picks us up for the airport, people will change into what they want to wear home and things like that. So that's really kind of the overview. Friday, Saturday training is business casual. Thursday night is the team t-shirt night. You can wear jeans, white jeans, shorts, whatever people want. It's really, that's everybody's in everybody's team t-shirts. It's fun. Friday night is the dressy night. So dressy can be a variety of things. You'll see everything at the conference, but it's typically a dressy night. And then Saturday night is for those of us that are going to the white party. Wednesday night, if you want to dress up to be poolside, you can do that. It's just whatever, in those ways that you want to do. Okay. So groceries, we've covered that. The dress I've covered. A couple things. I've covered the 2 reservation nights. Last 2 things I want to cover is for those of you that have not been to GTC, or if you have been to GTC, just to remember there is a lot of people. 18,000 people to move through the MGM Grand is a lot of people. Okay, so you're just gonna have to be patient. You're gonna have to probably use more manners than you think sometimes, because sometimes people get to GTC and they forget their manners, but we will not forget our manners, because that's not who we are. So just know that at times you're going to feel like you're coming out of the arena and you're like, I'm in a herd of cattle, because that's how it feels, and you just can't move any faster. You do have the advantage of having Tara and I, who are almost 6 feet tall, so we kind of stand above the crowd. So we do try to walk a little more briskly, but we do want to stay together. It is important to be safe. Don't try to be like Lone Ranger and just, I'm going to get out of here, because then you can't find the team, and then the team's trying to find you, and it's just better to stay together. Okay. So just know that there's going to be a lot of people, and not everybody is Minnesota nice, and not everybody is, Southern friendly. You have everything. So just be prepared. Again, though, we set the tone. We don't change because other people are different, or other people are not friendly, or other people aren't polite. We are polite. We are thoughtful. We're conscious of people around us. Okay. And then last point, and everybody that's been to GTC with me has heard this message. You're going to hear it every year. GTC, because there are so many people, because you are literally in a new climate, it's hotter, it's drier, it's things you're not used to. Bring lotion, by the way, because everybody gets dry, bloody noses, and red eyes when we get to Vegas. Be prepared for those things. You're going on a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline, little sleep. And so it can be hard for people to kind of adjust. So I'm going to always pass on the rule to my team that I pass on to my kids. The rule is, if you want to be with the group, you have to be fun. If you can't be fun, it's totally okay, but then you need to just take yourself to your room and like recoup, go get a Starbucks, go have a little wine, go take a shower, go sit by the pool, whatever you need to do. And there's no expectation that you're with the group the whole time. If you're like, I'm going to spaz out if I'm with people for 4 days in a row, there's not that expectation. Okay. We're not entertaining you. I'm not a cruise director. I don't have a clipboard of fun. You are an adult. You're going to get yourself where you need to, you're going to get yourself where you need to be when you need to be there. I want to spend as much time with everybody as possible, but I also need people to be fun, okay? Because everybody's paid a lot of money to be there. Everybody has chipped in to share rooms. So if someone's taking a long time in the bathroom, go find another bathroom in another condo. I don't know. Just don't get irritated. Don't get annoyed. Don't get frustrated. Megan, what if you're naturally a dud? Well, I don't know if there's anybody on the team that's naturally a dud, but duds are better than spazzes. I'd take a dud any day over a spaz in these situations, okay? And I know you guys know this, and a lot of you have already done GTC with me before, but it's just different, okay? So it's not even just be flexible. The rule is be fluid. Be willing to adjust. Be willing if we get to dinner and it sucks, just go with it. If you get to Grand Awards and you hate your seat, just go with it. Like, you act as the MVP, even if you're just leading yourself. If you had an MVP that was throwing a hissy fit 5 times during GTC, how fun would that be? It would stink. I've never seen Linda Hefner one time in all my years of Arbonne throw a hissy fit about anything. She just doesn't, because that's what a leader does. So train yourself now to do those things. And then the last thing that I'm going to say is, it's Vegas. Don't lose your mind. Don't get arrested. Don't do stupid stuff, because yes, it is Vegas, but you're there, you're a business owner, you're representing yourself, you're representing your family, you're representing your community, you're representing me, you're representing Arbonne. So don't lose your mind. Okay. Have a good time. Do all those things. You're an adult. Be responsible. Don't lose your mind. Don't lose your mind. That's all I'm going to say. So does anybody have any comments on that? Amy's like, I wish I was going to the GTC to see all of this in action. You all can unmute. You don't need to be muted as I'm giving you this little pep talk. But, and I only say this not because I've had any trouble. I haven't, but I always have this pep talk so we don't have trouble. But I have seen people have trouble, and we just don't need it, because we want everybody to leave having a really awesome time and having a life-changing time. And when there's drama mamas, that just stinks. So we want no drama mamas. And if you feel like, oh, I might be a drama mama, just stay home and you can watch it virtually and we will bring you back all your goodies. Just kidding. Nobody that's going is a drama mama. I love everybody that's going. Megan, you're so funny. What if you're naturally dead? Can you still participate? You can.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, here's the last thing that I'm going to say. If you are a dud, or if you're like, I need to, 10 hours of sleep and I got to go to bed early, we all decided to chip in money and to have a cheap deal. So bring earplugs and sleep spray, because I can't guarantee that somebody might not be coming into your room at 1 a.m. laughing about something that was funny. I can't guarantee that someone's not going to get up at 6 a.m. because they're on Eastern time and you're like, well, I wanted to sleep till 9. Put in earplugs, have some sleep spray, pray for a lot of grace. Because again, we're adults, we're living in a common space for 5 days. So we just need to be fluid on that. So go sleep on a lawn chair by the pool. I mean, if it gets real bad, just kidding. I'm totally kidding. So anyways, anybody have any comments or thoughts on any of that before we hop off? I am so pumped to see all of you. Amy, I so wish you were going. Toby from Knoxville needs to get to Las Vegas. For sure. All right. Yes.
Miss, if you haven't mentioned it, 2 things. One is watch your Facebook messages. There'll be an update on groceries probably before tomorrow evening that will require a response if you want to respond. And then just be prepared to do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And if your feet aren't great in cute shoes, then make sure that you pack a pair of flip-flops that can fit in your bag, because you can wear those as we walk from the resort over to the MGM, because we are walking like on a sidewalk, on a street, and then we have to cross 4 lanes, 6 lanes of traffic. So, and like Miss said, it's hot. So the weather's supposed to be beautiful. It's only supposed to be in the 70s until Sunday, and then it's going to be in the 80s. Woohoo! And you can just throw your flip-flops in your bag when you're ready to go in the arena and put on your cute shoes. So.
Awesome. Yep, that's a great.
I can't think of anything else.
That's a great reminder on that.
Do you know what time do we all check in the group flight on Tuesday and Wednesday? Do we all check in at the same time?
No. So Casey will check us.
Casey checks in for us.
She'll check in the group. She will check in the group, and then when you get to the airport, you'll get your ticket, I think is how she's done it in the past. So
Yes.
Just don't show up late, because then she may or may not. I mean, like, she'll leave the ticket at the counter for people. But in group flights, they always recommend she checks you in. She checks the group in. So hopefully we can be in one of those better groups, because Southwest doesn't assign seats. They just do group boarding by sections. So, but yes, she's done that for many, many years. So, okay. And the same thing will happen on Sunday. She'll check in Saturday night or Saturday for that. Southwest, you do get 2 bags for free plus a carry-on, so you can pack more bags than you need, even if they're kind of empty, so that you can bring home this year we get to bring home, and I want it all, or as many as we want, and you can ship some home too. So if you want to buy one and keep it there and play with it and then ship one home, you can do that.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, duffel bags are great because they can pack really flat. Or last year I bought a big suitcase, but then I put an empty carry-on. I filled the carry-on and then put that inside the big suitcase. It was awesome because then I had 2 roller bags. So if you only want to carry 1 suitcase, you can always do that. And then you have a nice big roller to go onto the plane too.
Yep. Perfect.
Because you come back with lots of goodies.
I know. I think the boutique's going to be really pretty this year.
Like Christmas.
Yeah. Megs, did you have a question?
No, I was just going to say the teacher in me says to dress in layers, because if you get cold, then you know, it's just nice to have a sweater,
Yeah.
a blazer or something with you.
Yeah. It's also, I think, a good idea for everybody to pack like an empty water bottle, because obviously you can't bring liquid on the plane, but it's so dry there, you just need a lot of water. So packing a water bottle, I think, is a good idea to have. Val Hossie, I think I'm in her nation group. She had a cool little post. I'll copy and paste it and put it in the Facebook thread. So it was just some of those same little reminders for people. So awesome. Cool. All right. Well, love you ladies. It's 10 o'clock. We are going to peace out.